It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And we're off from MetLife. Returnable from the 1. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Connection made to Smith-Njigba. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. His first throw is an interception. Jerome Baker has it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Walker on first down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're left facing third and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
To the air, third and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up fourth and long. Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 48-yard look for it. It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. From the 44 here on second down. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ready up. 19 line. Set. Track at 60. Hey, smash.
He'll throw it. This is complete to Neighbors. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Cougar 19. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Check go.
Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. 65 Jack. 65 Jack.
At the 41-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Trying again, following the sack. Into the hands of Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's brought down for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Okay, ready.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Come on. Set.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford.
Let's go now.
Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They've been moving it well, but face a third down here. And they send a man in motion. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback. The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Mevis ready to send this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot. Just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going deep this time. Brought in inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks need only one to take the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On first down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Set up. Mustang 19. 79 Bronco. Ready.
Pass play now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Let's go. Check. Hurt. Hurt. Check smash. Check smash. Hut, hut.
Throwing on third and long. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 22. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Go.
Looking to the air here. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Check. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60. Rig alert. Rig alert. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Setting up a throw. He's on the move. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone.
Warrior 70. Hup.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Ready, ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Set. Ready. Reload. Reload. Set up.
Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down.
60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Looking for a throw here. Gets out of trouble. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Mevis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. He fields it from the 8. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First and 10, they're going to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's second down. Here's a throw. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Seahawks with a chance to add to their lead. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. They are throwing it again. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Escapes the pocket. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So now, following the penalty, it's first and goal. Walker crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead to 8. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
19. Get up. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Hook.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a New York touchdown! The Giants earn the chance to tie before halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Nevis ready to send this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line. Second and 12 behind the sticks. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now looking to throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Here we go. Here we go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Second and 10 now. He lets one fly deep downfield. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go now. 65 yards, 65 yards. 18, Pioneer.
He'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go, Rick, go. Warriors 17.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
60 Mavericks. Here we go, shot. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Riggs.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 13. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready? Come 19. Come 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Big Lion.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 14.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They give it to him again. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 3rd down from the gun. Neighbors with the catch. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Let's go.
Another try following the sack. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Ready? 19 Lions. Dragon 60. Hurt. Check smash. Hut.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now go with Walker on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyer. Oh, no, lateral, and it's loose. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Starts his return from the 23. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolf. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Here's the handoff. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here.
70. Go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hunt.
Back to throw now. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not in until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing from the gun here. Touchdown, New York! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants tie this game at 21. Mevis ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Walker again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Ready up.
3rd and just 2 to go. Staying with Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Okay, ready.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go.
Walker running to the right. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. First down play, nets and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now an inside give to Walker. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go, Champ! Go, Champ! Here we go!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense up to the line fast. Man in motion, out of the slot. Putting a receiver in motion.
Buffalo 18! Champ!
They motion the tight end over. Back to the well again. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Ready!
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Come on! Set! Tight!
Tight end going in motion here. This time it's a passing play. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming.
79 Bronco! 7 Pirates! Ready!
Looking to throw. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Running it now out of the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Got it! Ready?
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go! Set!
He'll look to throw it. Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
19 Lions! Go! Dragon 60! Ready?
Running for the marker on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give up the middle. Gets to space right side. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
He keeps it himself. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Let's go.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win.